He joined, I believe, in '72, so when I graduated from law college. But again, we all migrated up to East Lansing, and we are now the MSU College of Law. I know that Joan, a good friend of mine, is saddened by his death, and I will be happy to report that I said some good words, and she'll say, thank you, Paul. And again, Joan is retiring, so the college has lost two good persons. Thank you.
Thank you. All right,
Come on, Marty.
hot mic, hot mic.
This is an email that my Uncle Rob sent my mom and stepdad, Sissy and David. And as we all know, or I think we all know, my Uncle Rob was very much into eBay. And there was a Peridot cross pendant for sale on eBay, and he needed to know a little bit more about the pendant than what was being offered in the description. So he wrote my mom, Sis, and said, this is what I suggest we ask. And he starts with, I am very interested in this Peridot cross pendant you are selling. Your lengthy description of Peridot, its mystical properties, its healing properties, as well as its scientific properties, were both enlightening and most interesting. It made me even more anxious to purchase the pendant, so I can call it my own. However, conspicuous by their absence in your description were the following. Number one, under eBay policies, any item that is sold should be the property of the seller. In other words, not stolen or ill-gotten. Your description is completely silent on this all-important question. Number two, I wish to know the history of the item, not only from the condition aspect of the item, but from the mojo aspect. You state that the item is new, but does that mean brand new or merely new to you? And your description is completely silent as to its mojo, considerations you might be aware of. Number three, lastly, since you are not offering a return policy, I am sure you want the pendant to be described accurately. For example, was this pendant once owned by the father who walked out in 1971? Was it owned by anyone who walked out on family within the past 4 years? Was the supplier from whom you obtained the pendant a nasty so-and-so who... Oh, sorry, I can't read this word. Who mistreats family members? Sorry. Please respond to these inquiries so that I can make an intelligent decision on whether I should bid on this very tempting Peridot cross pendant. I am anxiously awaiting your response. Dear Sis and David, let me know what you think.
Cassie, don't forget your money. Your big money. Big money.
Okay, for Mom and David.
Yeah, there you go.
You thought I left, didn't you? I just want to say one thing before I leave and go home and do chores. And this is just a simple question. Just raise your hand if you have a neighbor, ever had a neighbor at all, that 2 weeks before Christmas and 2 weeks after Christmas has a neon sign on their porch that read, Bah Humbug. Oh, Debbie, yeah, you live next door. Okay, that's my memory of Bob. Is Bob
Humbug.
Humbug.
One more.
What?
His gift to Mary one year.
Was what?
Oh.
He said, Sam, he bought me a goddamn battle axe.
I remember
that.
that.
Was the other one for Christmas. She got Mary got him a battle axe. But that Bah Humbug sign, you can see it down Brockton Road. If you look up the driveway there, it's there every year. Okay, thanks.
Hi, man. Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Okay, so I will always remember Uncle Philly by how welcoming he was in his house. Me and my brother Steven would go over, and first thing he'd do is run to his office and he'd grab, whether it be, a clown nose or a rubber duck or a gavel, little mini gavel. He would say it was very special. And today I see that he had 400 of each. But at the time, I felt very special and welcomed as his niece.
This is what's known in the business as a pregnant pause. I wasn't planning to speak tonight, but I thought I would, not because I had anything prepared. I just wanted you all to be filled with dread to see me walk up here and dread life. Those of you who shared the experience of our eldest brother's memorial services, remember what I did then, hence the feeling of dread right now. Fortunately, I'm going to spare you all the t-shirt design. Some of you know about it. Some of you can breathe a huge ass sigh of relief right now, because those of you who don't know about it would be really pissed off. All I know is Rob would have laughed his ass off.
Absolutely.
We loved Rob, he knew that. He loved us, we knew that. That's all that counts.
Okay. Hi, my name is Allison Christie, and I am Philly's niece through Mary Helen's side of the family. And what many of you may not know, if you did not grow up in my and my cousin's generation, is that there were, in fact, most people know about the 4 Christie brothers, right? Okay, well, in fact, one day, Uncle Philly told us we were playing in my grandparents' basement. And for those of you who have never been down there, there is a crawl space. It looks kind of like a horse stable. To get into it, the door is not on the ground. It's up maybe 3 feet. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. And when you open it up, it's a room full of gravel with maybe a couple pillars or 2, right? Okay. Yeah. So we were playing down there and probably getting up to things that we shouldn't have been getting up to, as you do. And Uncle Philly told us that, in fact, there was a 5th Christie brother. And this 5th Christie brother's name was Albert. And Uncle Albert had died many years before, and Uncle Albert now lived in the crawl space. I don't think we ever played in the basement again. Yes, and that is how I will remember Uncle Philly's impact on our childhood.
Hello, everybody. I'm Marcus. I'm cousin Allison, and a few other people on the Christie side here. I too was not escaped by the wrath of extraordinaire. I remember Meg telling me one time, "Hey, you got to ask him to read this one book. It's the Dr. Seuss book," and I don't remember it, but
Hand, fingers, thumb.
oh, okay. In every just the way that he read it, he would just. The tagline was dum 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 after every line, and he would just get up in your face and just say it.
And you get louder.
To piggyback on the Uncle Albert thing, I missed out on that, but I got the brunt of something else that was just so much more special, and that was whatever was going on behind the garage. And I believe it was Steve. Is he here? Steve, Uncle Steve?
I think he left.
Uncle Steve. I didn't get a chance to say hi. So Steve in Philly brought the older, at that time was myself and I think Meg and a couple other we're a little bit older than the youngers, and he brought us back there, and Steve pops out of this elaborate sheeted grave-like structure, and just, I was lost in fear. So that, if you didn't read me those damn books, I wouldn't have really liked it so much. Scared me all the time. That's it. Next.
Vacuum song. Ready? Vacuum song. Oh, yes, exactly. Okay.